Hey guys, Loco here with C9 versus TL VOD review. C9 versus TL, this is probably one of the two best teams in the league right now. I think there's an argument for CLG being part of the top three instead of TL. It's not even an argument at this point. CLG is definitely top three. I guess the argument itself is it CLG or is it Cloud9? So this is either the best team in the league facing the second best team or the best team in the league facing the third best team. So a really exciting match. And hopefully we can expect high quality gameplay from this one because it's been pretty rare in NA. I've been reviewing the TSM VODs, it hasn't been pretty. Quirky ban right away. Ooh, this is really interesting. Quirky ban signals, we know you like blinding Quirky. We don't want you to have the easy Quirky blind on the 1 and the 2 or the 4. So, wow, very... putting actually a lot of pressure earlier on in the mid lane pool for TL. And I don't think like TL is a team that gets really contested in terms of like mid lane champion pool. Jensen plays pretty much everything. So yeah, the Quirky ban's a little bit weird for me. Sylas ban, because TL likes picking stuff like Jarvan Seju. Sylas does well into Seju. Sylas can do well into Jarvan, not really. The Morg ban, whoa, what is this? Holy shit. C9 throwing a lot of curveballs. We're gonna have to see the draft play out. I don't quite understand the Morg ban. The Quirky ban, I can see why, but the Morg ban, not really. Seju ban's also really weird for me because the whole point of banning Sylas is because you want to first pick Seju. If anything, Seju should have been the first ban. Both pick and bans, or both bans coming out from each team, a little bit weird. Let's watch a little further, see what they're thinking of. Nautilus ban, this makes Yuumi first pick really strong. But they can ban Yuumi and then they get Karma first pick, which is really nice also. Wow, the pick and ban went really weird, really quickly. This is kind of what makes Cloud9 so hard to play versus. They'll do stuff like this. They will they'll go away from the standard pick and ban. Now they get Yuumi first pick with Nautilus ban. Cloud9 feel damn good about this draft. TL's gonna reply with Jarvan something, maybe Jarvan Aatrox. They can also feel good about it. Tahm Kench into Yuumi instead. Okay. Wow, that's a little weird for me. Tahm Kench into Yuumi. Because when you're picking Tahm Kench into Yuumi, you're just like kind of opting away from actually contesting the Yuumi, and you're like, okay, we're just gonna be a 1-3-1 comp. It does help in terms of like dealing with the poke because Tahm Kench isn't really a pokeable champion, but you're kind of letting go of the lane. Oh, Thona's still up. That's why. They probably want to go Thona Kench. Oh, okay. So that's where we're headed. Yuumi for Thona Kench. Thona Kench is an unpokeable lane. Gragas early. I would love to see it followed up with the Jarvan. Let's just go right out of the gate. Gragas Jarvan, we're going to play aggressive. Blind Veigar? No way. It's Jarvan. Or not Jarvan. Gragas Yasuo. Okay, Ezreal. Definitely going to lead up with Thona Kench, yeah. Okay, things make more sense now. Thona Kench into Yuumi. TL's fine opting into this because they don't feel like they're going to get poked out. I would have liked the Yasuo here. Because into Jarvan, you don't want to be an immobile AD carry, and there's still Lucian and Ezreal left. I understand that TL can ban both Lucian and Ezreal, but even when TL bans both Lucian and Ezreal, it's not end of the world, like playing something like Sivir and just scaling after Yuumi side and putting the real focus into the Gragas Yasuo. TL should definitely ban the Yasuo. Let's lead with the Yasuo ban. Okay, Irelia ban instead. I don't think Irelia ban that important right here. I think the Yasuo ban's way more important. Does C9 ban Azir? Just banning out the mid lanes that are going to be strong with it. They already banned Quirky. Just banning out strong mid lane blinds because that's what TL's going to look to take on for. C9 has to figure out their own mid pick though. Yeah, the Yasuo ban finally came through, denying Yasuo Gragas. Aatrox still up and open. Ooh, Poppy ban. So they were kind of expecting a TL Poppy pick here. Pretty common pick from TL here looks something like GP on 4 and counter pick mid on 5. Impact talking to the coach, I'm pretty sure they're looking at the top pick. GP on 4. Cannon on 4, okay. Don't feel that confident about GP as a blind pick, especially with so many top lane counters still up. Aatrox Gragas into GP. Actually Aatrox Gragas into GP would be a nightmare situation. So going with more of a safer blind than Cannon. I mean, into Cannon, like, you can get cute. Stuff like Kled is also even possible if you want to be really cute. Victor, that's a really common one. Kiana. Ooh, I don't know how to feel about Kiana. She's so weird. Some people rate her so highly, some people rate her so lowly. I know Kiana Seju is OP. Not sure about Kiana Gragas though. Let's see what's the follow-up. Aatrox, okay. Aatrox Gragas, as we talked about. Aatrox into Cannon isn't the best thing in the world. It is still playable, but you win later. You definitely don't win early. And you want to be putting pressure early on when you are playing against Sona Kench. Wow, TF into Kiana, it's a pick that people have talked about. You can lock her down and you can kill her. She is very squishy, but you still really have to care about the 2v2. You're also vulnerable as the TF, so let's talk about both comps a bit. Wow, what is this? Poke. Poke. Ezreal is also good in a 1-3-1, so 1-3-1. Kiana. Assassin. Split. You want a side lane as Kiana. Gragas is more of an engage. Or engage. AP damage, that's what he's providing also in this comp. And then Aatrox is more of a split. He's more of a split pusher. That's the most important thing he's providing. So C9 kind of have a 1-3-1 comp where they can play towards both solo lanes easily with Gragas early. And they're going to look to make things happen on side lanes. They can team fight, but team fighting doesn't look that pretty for them. They're not really going to have a tank. They're not really going to have targeted CC. So team fight isn't the best thing in the world for them. They much rather play out small skirmishes and play off of side lanes. Let's see for TL. Cannon can side lane, Cannon can split, but also majority team fight. Jarvan is tank, flash engage. TF is mainly a split pusher, and he amplifies split. Sona Kench, these are team fight as a duo. There is double global going on. That's very important because C9 is going to be looking for side lane plays. How TL uses the global to deal with C9 side lane play is going to be very important. So if you do like big win conditions, C9 wants to skirmish around the map and pick off people. Skirmish slash pick. TL wants to use globals 5v5 team fights. So these are like the big picture kind of win conditions for both teams. Early game, we can expect a lot of action around the Gragas. Just follow the Gragas around where he goes. Same thing for TL, follow the Jarvan around. And then after level 6, let's see what they do with the Jarvan TF. That's going to be very important. Both teams have very well balanced comp. Even though the early part of draft played out weird, I think both teams got a pretty decent comp. I'm a little iffy on TL's comp because it is a team fight comp and it's a Sona Kench comp without really strong solo lanes. These are like decent to okay solo lanes, not like really nice solo lanes you can play heavily towards. So that's where I'm a little bit worried. But overall, like, it is still TL. They get to get away with pretty much anything in NA. So yeah, there you have it. Let's get started with the VOD. Oof. I'm very curious how bot lane will go because I think Sneaky Zazel is one of the worst performing bot lanes right now. And Double F Core JJ is by far the best performing bot lane. So potentially we have the best bot lane in the league versus the worst bot lane in the league. But Double and Core JJ are on very just like defensive and neutral champions in Sona Kench, and they want to kind of farm it out and get to mid game. Let's go. Be hyped. It's TLC9. Oh my god. They're talking to the baby. I wonder what the baby's saying. The baby's going like, 4-peat. We're gonna 4-peat. The baby's yelling for that 4-peat. Okay, let's see the early jungle starts. Jarvan starting blue with the leash, Gragas starting Wraith. This is a new like Gragas technology where you start chickens by starting Q on Gragas. Or if it's not that new of a technology, just doing 3 camps and backing with Predator. So, I mean, as we know, almost all Gragas take Predator, so just doing 1, 2, 3. The clear speed is decent. You do get low from doing the race, but does it really matter if you're low HP if you're gonna recall anyways? Yeah, that looks like what Svenskering is doing. 3 camps. And then get that recall off. Ooh, Xmithd being cheeky, trying to take the blue away because he knows Svenskeren did that pass. Sven went straight to the blue. There's some times where people do wolf instead of blue. So there was a chance that Xmithd gets to steal it, but Sven doesn't allow him to. Sven going for the scuttle on the other side, just securing both scuttles. He knows his blue is going to be safe. He knows if he sees Xmithd going for it, he'll just walk. God, this is Svenskeren. I think at least for this split, he's been by far the best performing jungler. Oh my god, that 2v2. Remember what we talked about? Something you have to be careful about. Kiana, Gragas 2v2. You can see these pings coming down on this side of the map. What this means is they think he's on blue and Gromp. So Jensen is probably going to hug this side of the map instead of the other side. Because he's hugging this side, it gives Svenskeren a really nice pass. So he's able to secure double scuttle and get a really nice gank attempt on mid lane. I mean, this mid lane gank can go either way, right? This mid lane gank can fail. And if it fails, like that's still fine for him. He still has top side of the map and he already got double scuttle. You can see when this gank is coming down, like what side like Svenskeren, or not, what side that Jensen is on. Jensen's closer to this side when he shouldn't be, because he thinks Svenskeren is here. He thinks Sven will come from this angle. Either this angle or this angle. So he's hugging this side. And then nice E-flash to follow up. Niski opened with the root, flash root on the TF, and Svenskeren picking up the kill. Very good. You can see like all the little mind games that played into it. The ward that, or not the ward, the Svenskeren not doing his blue side, going to the bot side, doing the scuttle and coming from an angle that people don't expect. Just Svenskeren did a lot of creative things to make this work. Getting the exhaust. Oof, I feel like they're still gonna have to burn the flash. Oh wow, didn't burn the flash. Holy shit. Actually, it's C9 burning the flash. And the heal and the exhaust. C9 used 3 summoners while TL only used 1 summoner in that gank. Welp. What can we say? Bot lane difference. And while that gank happened, Xmithd is taking top side of the map. Svenskeren invested so much to get that gank bot side. He gave up his entirety up top side. He's going bot lane when there's no camps up. So he's giving up his top side to get that gank off. He gave up so much to get that gank off, and the fact that gank failed and they're the ones wasting summoner feels so bad for C9. That's actually atrociously bad. Svenskeren had a really nice lead on Xmithd, got the first blood for mid lane. Had to run down bottom. This shit gets fucked up. That was such a good opportunity for C9 to actually take control of early game. Just Double and Core knew their limits exactly. They knew they didn't have enough damage to kill them, so they played it so slow. Like, they weren't worried at all regarding actually dying there. Zero fear. Ooh, nice. Aatrox got priority. Kennen probably thinks Aatrox pushed in the wave and reset somewhere, but instead of resetting, Licorice walked down, placed the ward, and now he has a chance at a dive. Jensen and Xmithie have to be really careful here because they might think it's a 2v2, but it's actually a 2v3. Nope, they backed off enough where Licorice just goes back to lane, but they gave that look. This is just nice from Licorice putting pressure on mid. Even though there's only one successful gank that happened mid lane, you can see how Cloud9's like constantly pressuring and constantly looking for openings. Same thing, vice versa to the top side. We're really focused on bot lane here. But now when mid has an opening, syncing up with the jungle to go towards top side, getting the ward on the red. They know the jungle isn't going to be on this side because they have the ward here. They feel uber confident about doing this. Oh, Jensen. I'm not sure about that flash, bro. The really bad thing about this flash, right? So he uses flash and he trades 1 for 1. But the problem is, it's not just about trading 1 for 1. He's gonna miss this CS, or he's missing this CS here. If he doesn't trade 1 for 1, he gets all the CS, and then he can reset, and Kennen can go mid and catch the CS. But now he burned flash, traded, and he misses a giant chunk of XP and gold. So he's gonna be in a vulnerable spot next time the 2v2 happens in mid lane. Svenskerian's flash is almost up, Niski's flash is almost up. Jensen's gonna be so vulnerable. That flash trade for the kill is really greedy from Jensen and really short-sighted. C9 made a top play, so TL making the bot play in reply. Also C9 bottom putting on 0 pressure, but it isn't like a very heavy pressure lane. Like Ezreal Yuumi is all about the poke, but the poke is just gonna be meaningless versus the Tompkins Sona. I really disagree with this play. Just pick up the farm. It's not just a straight 1 for 1. You really have to think about using the flash here and missing the XP and the gold after. That's also a big problem. Oh, that's such a big problem. Now Jensen has to play so timid because he doesn't have flash, and both Kiana and Gragas have flash. It's such a dangerous spot for him to be in. Let's kind of look at the game state here and what we can expect next. The biggest things on the map is Herald. And one thing versus Sona Tom lane is you want to be pressuring the turret, but they have 0 plates. 0 plating bot side. And they also fucked up the gank. So C9 bottom is doing nothing. There's 0 plate from bot side. Herald is still up. So neither team is really going to focus down for bot side. Both teams are either going to look for a kill on mid lane, That's what C9 very much wants to do, kill the TF and then convert it into a herald. So bot lane gonna be irrelevant for a little bit. Watch out for the TPs though, and watch out for the globals, because they are gonna want to jump to the herald. They're gonna want to jump to this side of the map and actually play with it. So a lot of focus is gonna be on mid lane, and once mid lane gets going, we want to get to herald, take the herald, and open the game up from there. But I expect zero action from bot lane, a lot of action around mid lane, and bot lane moving around. Yep, there we go. Both sides know it's gonna happen. Xmitty is waiting here. He knows it's gonna happen. Even without wards, they would both know. Jensen doesn't have flash. The wave is pushing up. Both sides know this is going down. All right, let's go back. Svenskeren staying on a pink ward. Even with him staying on a pink ward, you can see the ping coming down from TL. They knew he was here. Oh, not even a flash, just a water. Just a kick into root and an insta-gib. Kiana tanking for Gragas. Beautifully done. Remember what I said, that flash up top from Jensen. That flash up top from Jensen. Oh, that was a nice second attempt. Because if he got this root, Sven's near enough where they can follow up. Jarvan would insta-die too. Good reply from Xmitty, not allowing it to happen. This is just, he died here because he fucked up in top lane. He's not dying right now because he fucked up right there. He died because he fucked up in top lane. Xmitty jumped over the wall to do this. Like, one thing that's happening for TL though is every time C9 makes a play, Xmitty is doing such a great job of keeping up and making sure they're still relevant on the map. Like, Xmitty is not allowing C9 to just snowball out of control. He's making sure, like, doesn't matter if you're doing this, I'm gonna make plays on the other side of the map. I'm gonna make plays when you fall behind on tempo from resetting. I'm just not gonna let my team just like roll over and die. How resilient TL bottom is being, combined with Xmitty's game sense to constantly be making plays, is really keeping them afloat. A worse team would have been getting snowballed, would have just been getting destroyed. But how solid TL bot lane is being is a really big part, and Xmitty just making a play every time C9 does something. Still loose dragon, 4 turret plating for C9, 2 for TL. Next thing we're going to have to look at is where Xmitty uses Herald. If they can get some kind of pressure mid side, they would love to use Herald on mid lane. Another thing they would love to do, gank the Aatrox, use the Herald top side. See what goes now. Game kind of at like a neutral state right now. Not big enough opening for either teams. This is never gonna happen. The only way this happens is if Doublelift lands an ult on Sneaky and it's a fucking Ezreal with a Yuumi. There's no way that bottom gank happens. Yeah. Not here for a gank. Here to actually just get a push out. But C9 has mid and jungle control. They're the ones able to move first. Deal with the Herald. Whoa. Niski, you trolling, dog. What are you doing there? TF can ult at any time. And his bot lane's right here. His bot lane's shooting Qs at the minions. There's 2 different ideas going on. Bot lane idea is clear this out. Niski Svenskeren idea is kill this 3v2. Like, there's just 2 different things going on here. Doublelift Nice double ult, Jarvan lands double EQ, and then following up after. That was just Niski or Svenskeren, and whoever made that call trolling. This play is on Niski and Sven, because on comms, Jazo and Sneaky tell them they don't have mana. Okay. Also, impact solo killing, Licorice. This is what makes TL so fucking strong, and this is what makes TL so fucking bullshit to play against. You can play well versus TL, and you can get leads, but they're just so good across the board. When one person is slacking, like this game, Jensen is slacking, like everyone else on the map is picking up the slack. Like TL should be getting snowballed on, like your TF is getting solo killed, your Kennen got dope, and then bot lane is holding really strong, the Jarvan is keeping you in the game, the top lane that got dope is counter solo killing. Like this is where TL becomes like really bullshit territory. They're so good across the board, it doesn't matter what kind of lead you get. It'll normalize as the game goes on. They're just so fucking good. This is why like this season is kind of like almost boring and a foregone conclusion. And then yeah, Nifty died, so Jensen's able to get the mid turret, now neutralized completely. Where who beats TL? Like they just took 3 turrets in a row. Like you have to play near perfectly the whole time because TL is so mistake free. How does this even happen? How do you get this kill? Bladed Ring King from Cannon. Got that stun. Looks like he also has Executioner, so Licorice not healing shit. Well, Licorice just went aggressive at the wrong time. What a bullshit team. Wow. Just as I said that. Double Core JJ clearing this out. Great eat from Core JJ. And then he can't flash. You can't flash anymore when you have someone eaten. So this actually fucks him so hard. He wants to flash here immediately, but he can't flash. So double lift exited right away and then flashed out as Core JJ was getting knocked out. Good on double lift, but oh man, C9 is so sharp with small engages like this. God damn, that opening was so small and C9 is able to squeeze right in there to actually get it done. The opening when they were clearing mid was so small, but C9 still found it. Mid-game, it's going to get better and better for TL. This is a really big timing. I talk about this timing a lot. Level 11 Sona, Seraph, and Litzbane. This is a huge timing for TL. This is one of the power spikes where Sona just dwarfs anyone. Infinite mana, infinite healing, really high damage. Like you have as much damage as an AD carry. You have as much utility as a support. You also have an ultimate that CCs on top of that. You make any kind of elongated fight a win for your team. Long as you can stay alive, like Sona is the most valuable champion right now. And this is her highest power spike. She does get stronger, but it curbs out a lot. So a really, really strong power spike for TL. They definitely want to get a team fight going. Let's see how C9 deals with this timing. I'm very curious. They deal with it by grouping up. TL take the fight. Oof, a lot of good pokes. Pokes don't matter that much versus Sona though. TL not opting into fight. They have a flank ward here. Kennen can flank if they need be. But yeah, TL not opting into fight, just splitting instead. They feel very confident that the Kennen can split on Aatrox. Aatrox can't really match, and they can't really poke. C9 going to have to deal with the side lane. Oof. Now next time this happens, TL is going to be positioning at Baron. and they're going to be knocking on your inhibitor turret. It's going to be much harder next time they're in the same formation. Let's see how C9 deals with it. Double F TP's back to map for tempo because he knows they're on a really strong timing and he doesn't want to waste it. Like he just straight recalled and TP'd with not much up because he wants the tempo here. It might even be a mistake to TP because he had to wait for Tahm Kench. Actually, that tempo is important. It allows him to clear mid earlier. Saves HP on mid turret. Doesn't get it killed. Actually, that TP was fine. Yeah. It's going to come down to the Baron though. And it's going to come down to how they're able to gip the Sona a lot. Or not. If they don't gip the Sona, TL will win the fight. Just Sona right now is so bullshit. Level 11, 2 items. Now also has Fork Pen boots. Pull it out and then do it. Yep. Slow this down. Really good flank angle from Kiana, but Aatrox's not part of the fight, so I'm curious how this goes down. TL gets the dragon. Oh, they still want to fight. They're on a choke. I'm not sure about this one, TL. They should have just backed off right away. Let's go back and watch this. TL was able to get a very free dragon, so I'm very shocked that they didn't take the quick exit. Like, because Impact's going in. There's two different ideas at play here. Impact wants to push in, other 4 wants to go out. There's a very big idea breakdown. Where once one person wants to do something, rest of the team wants to do something else. And then it looks like this call got cancelled out and they're going back in. This call got cancelled out, they're going back in. Healing Impact. Can't cheat right away. They're like, they know Sona's their most valuable and they're protecting her so well. Double lift, waiting for this TP to come down. 4-man ult. Oh my god, it's happening. Only 2-man ult. Only 2-man ult. Double doesn't have. Ooh, can he live? Oh, that idea breakdown there. 2 people died for 1. But most importantly, now they lose tempo. They're going to lose mid turret off of this. They're going to lose Baron control off of this. They had a free Inferno. And C9 were late to the dragon. Maybe there was a world where TL could have turned really quickly on the left 3 along with Impact and double if like flash ulting. But that one moment of hesitation and then being on separate pages fucked it so hard. Well, they don't even just lose Baron control. Do they just straight lose Baron? Okay, they just straight lose Baron. They don't even lose Baron control. Oh, that was close. He had the smite. He almost had it. Wow, so decisive from C9. I thought they would take mid turret and get Baron control, but they just went straight to Baron and took it. Yep. If they weren't split on 2 sides, this fight would have been free. Just back up. Don't take the fight. You have the Inferno. Reset. Go defend mid lane. Take the 5v5 at Baron. C9 not giving TL an inch. They're like, we got Baron. We ain't waiting. Let's go. They're not waiting for jack shit. Double also doesn't have flash here, so he's really fucking vulnerable. Wow, game turned so quickly for C9. Wait, this is game over? No way. TL was winning, they were scaling, they were in the better spot. They just took Inferno Drake. One mistake made the game 180 so quickly. Holy fuck. Jesus fuck. Wow, this one's props to C9. Props to C9 on capitalizing on the very small openings that TL was giving. It's not like TL fucked up so much and this was a... It's not like this game was like, oh man, TL fucked up so fucking much. It's more so like TL fucked up once or twice and C9 didn't let up at all. C9's so confusing. They play stuff like, they do stuff like this and then they lose to FlyQuest. They indeed are an extremely confusing team. They can be so good and so bad at the same time. But yeah, such an impressive win from C9. They see a small leak and they bust it wide open. Major props. It's not easy to beat TL, and it's not easy to beat TL Sona Tom Kench, especially in NA, but they managed it. They did it. Props to y'all.